Welcome to my channel, 12 Wells. So, there's been so many recent situations going on throughout the boroughs in New York City. And I wanted to start showing you some of them because a lot of these cases are, they're not, the person that committed the crime is at large. They're not finding the person, and I don't even think there's a priority for them because the people that they are unaliving are not significant, and it seems because they don't have family advocating for them. No one has, because there's no family, there's no lawyer. So let me give you a perfect example, starting with this one. Let's go.
Discovery in East Harlem, the body of a woman was found inside a plastic bag. The body discovered yesterday evening at 124th Street and Park Avenue under the elevated tracks for the 4, 5, and 6 trains. Eyewitness News reporter Stefan Kim joining us live from East Harlem with more on the investigation. Stefan.
Well, David, this body was found by a worker whose job it is to clean this plaza every day. They say they clean it every day, so if it was left here before last night, they believe they would have found her. Police have not released the victim's name, but people in the area believe they know who it is. A hospital worker who works at a clinic, a drug clinic nearby, says she saw her yesterday morning. She describes her as someone who was trying to get her life turned around but was struggling. Cops say the victim appears to be in her 20s, and she was found naked with trauma to her head. The worker we spoke with says she was found inside a plastic bag that was inside a laundry bag. She was found around 6:30 last night here at 124th Street by Park Avenue under the Metro North 456 elevated train line. It's a wide open space with a heavy police presence. One of the workers who cleans this plaza found her under a pile of cardboard boxes and pallets.
She was a sweetheart, very loving, caring young lady. Had a story, had her situation. She was living in the streets for, I've known her for about a year now, going on a year. This winter would be a year. Last winter, I would bring her clothing, food, blankets from my home and offer her services to get into a program. And she would always say, one day, and that I was her guardian angel. Thank you.
Again, police have not released the victim's identity. The medical examiner will determine the cause of death. Reporting live in East Harlem, Stefan Kim, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
Wish someone would invent.
So that was a case where the person was unhoused. That means they were homeless, and possibly they were they were struggling with some addictions. The person clearly, that particular person appears to have been homeless for over a year, possibly more. And that report was taken 3 months ago. Okay. Now, those kind of cases, we definitely don't hear anything about due to the fact that there's no one advocating for that person, right? You know what I'm saying? So that body found, they don't show a picture. Like if you notice, there was no picture of that female. There's not going to be any follow-up. There's not going to be any follow-up because there's no one advocating. It's so important for advocacy when it comes to any of these cases. Let's go to the next one. Okay. Now, give me a minute because I have all these thumbnails open. That case I featured because that was in Harlem. So let's go to Brooklyn because, like I said, they're in every borough. We have all these cases. It's been going on, you know, but it's so consistent. And if you notice, if they target someone that doesn't have family, there's definitely no pictures. It's gonna go by so effortlessly, and it's just people don't even, that's how they start desensitizing you, right? So you don't have any family, there's no one advocating for you, they don't care. Horrible. Let's go.
Disturbing story to tell you about. The woman whose body was discovered in a black bag in Brooklyn has now been identified as Michelle Montgomery, a mother of 4 kids, the youngest just 10 months old. New York police said yesterday morning a city worker found the body in the compactor room of a NYCHA building. This is in Williamsburg. The employee tried to lift the bag, but he says it was too heavy. She opened the bag and found the body inside. Montgomery's family tells us her children range from 19 years old to, as we said, 10 months old. Investigators trying now to determine how Montgomery died and how she got into that bag. So far, no arrests have been made.
I'm trying to get the videos together. Now, that particular case is a case that took place this year, February 1st. So the first day of Black History Month, we hear about this woman named Michelle Teresa Montgomery. As you see a picture, but again, it's not too detailed, right? But that story stands out to me because she has a family and they have a picture, and her body was found on NYCHA grounds. Now they have some more, but this is local news, right? So it's not national. A lot of these stories are not national, but I want you to see. I'll do another report on that particular case where they interview her husband. They didn't have the husband in that one, but uh, News 12 and so on covered that story. So that was ABC. Let's go to another one, because I want you to see that all over there's been these situations where they're finding bodies and they're just getting to the point where they're not even following up. They're not doing anything special. And I think that's really disturbing. And I want us to explore why is that. Okay.
So many questions, and it's really causing the public to, if anything, they're disturbed by this news. Right now, we do know that the chief medical examiner's office, they're examining the remains to determine whether these bones belong to one person or multiple people. But as you mentioned, this is all disturbing news to the public. I can show you where these bones were found, where the human's remains were found. This is the latest discovery happened here behind me between the Manhattan and Brooklyn Bridge. This is near the same area where a human skull and bones were found within the last 2 weeks, according to authorities. The initial discovery on August 18th was made by a Parks Department employee. And another set of human remains was found 2 days later on the rocks, not far from where the first remains were discovered. A passerby noticed the bones and called the police, who quickly came out to check it out.
We just stumbled upon it. It's right up in the rocks, exactly where they said that the ones were from the past 2 weeks, a week. And they're just assuming that that's just going to keep happening, or not, or this is the end of it, but it's the same situation.
And again, this is the third time that bones have been discovered in the water near the rocks in the month of August. This area remains under investigation.
Watch what magnesium does to your
Now that was in Brooklyn. Again, they had no pictures of these people. They had no pictures of them. They just talking about they finding remains. And they just saying it calmly because the family is not making it an issue for them to make this public, right? So they don't want to go under the scrutiny of the public when this is something that should be concerning the locals that live in the city, right? And if you don't pay attention, our news will highlight issues with people getting unalived in Minnesota and all over, which is national news, when we got our own problems. And these are problems. And they're not making it a big deal. And I think that that's really crazy. Like I'm like, is something going on? Like, is it just me? So that's why I'm bringing it here, right? Because there's been really crazy reports going on, and because the people don't have families getting lawyers and stuff, there's no continued pressure, right? But there's something going on. You're finding body parts and you're not getting the person that's doing it. That's a problem, in my opinion. Let's go on to yet another story. These are all local news, okay? Local news in New York City, which they're taking place in all boroughs, and there's no face. We're seeing national news talking about good, talking about all these people names, right? Minnesota, this place, that place. When we got our own issues, and I'm like, hold up, what's going on? And this is the focus. It might have been going on since Eric Adams, but this is an issue that Zohran got to deal with. This is his baby now. So what's going on? I mean, we don't even hear him talking about it. But we got people going around talking about all kind of conspiracy theories, and these are the stories that are making them happen. And I want you to see it. Okay. Welcome in, brother. How are you?
I'm fine. How you doing?
Yes. So have you been hearing about all these local murders going on? People getting unalived?
Yeah, I heard about
that. Why I don't feel there's a big enough public service announcement about these bodies found. There's bodies being found all over. They're not even giving us the identity of these people.
No, they're not. No.
I think that's crazy. Let me show y'all this one. Hold on. Let me put this one.
Breaking news. A frightening scene outside of a Marble Hill building after a body was found on top of scaffolding. News 12's Jonathan Calixto is at the police scene with what we know so far. Jonathan.
Nadia, as you can see, paramedics and police are still here outside of 89 West 225th Street. After moments ago, they lowered a body that was found on top of a scaffold. Wooden pallets stained with blood and a body covered up lying on the ground outside of a Marble Hill building.
It's disturbing because I have my grandkids with me.
This was the scene after police found the body of an unidentified person on top of the scaffolding structure earlier today. Longtime residents of the building, Lucinda Gums, says she and her grandson Blake arrived at her home to see the body being brought down.
I'm like, well, how did he get up there? And lo and behold, they brought him down, and he's sitting right there right now.
Blake, just 11 years old, now coming to terms with what he witnessed.
This felt bad. Like, I don't like to see people like him. And then for him to have no shoes on out there, he must have been frozen, sitting there, just waiting. That was bad.
A startling scene for neighbors on the Sunday before Christmas.
Now, that's crazy. Then you got all this stuff. You got
Yes,
the
ma'am.
kids in it. How is this not traumatizing? And how is it not? How is it okay that you're not making sure that you finding these people? Like the people should be getting found now. Like what's going on here? You finding bodies everywhere. They got it in Marble Hill, which is I think that's still technically Manhattan, right? Is that the Bronx or Manhattan? Which one?
Bronx. Bronx.
Okay, so we got Marble Hill, we got Brooklyn, right downtown Brooklyn at Dumbo. We have East Harlem. We have um Brooklyn. They mentioned Williamsburg, but I believe her body's in Bushwick. I mean, all of these things are going on. There's no pictures. They had a picture of the woman Michelle that I'm talking about, but I don't feel her family
Mhm.
putting on the fire. Like you got to put the heat on when it comes to things like this. You got to go in hard. You got to be like getting a lawyer. I feel like they should do something with on NYCHA because her body was found in a NYCHA compactor, which is supposed to be only authorized for staff. So how did her body get in there? You know what I'm saying? Like that's not making sense to me.
Yeah, no.
And
You suck.
I think that the people have become so desensitized that I feel like they give more to national news than they when they should be giving it to our own news. You know what I'm saying? Like these are our issues. I'm gonna show y'all again with there you go. I'm gonna show y'all again with Michelle. Michelle, February 1st. That's our Black History Month, right? Right here. Let me show y'all this one. It doesn't make sense to me. It's just crazy to me. To me, I think that the people have become desensitized to the point that they're giving more energy to people that are nationally impacted than their own. I'm like, you got a problem here in New York, y'all. What's y'all doing? What are y'all doing?
Right.
Here's a perfect example right here. Michelle Teresa Montgomery. She was found on NYCHA grounds in a black bag, dismembered. Here we go.
From the family of the 39-year-old woman whose remains were found inside of a NYCHA building in Williamsburg. News 12's Tim Harfman spoke with her husband and has the latest on where the investigation stands.
It's crazy, I don't even think it's real. I think she's going to come through that door.
Anthony Echeverria is still processing that his wife, Michelle Montgomery, is dead. A memorial sits outside the Williamsburg NYCHA complex, where police sources say the 39-year-old's body was found in a garbage bag in the compactor room. A crew cleaning that room today, with investigators back on scene.
I can't understand why she was there.
Anthony tells us his wife left their Borum Hill apartment Saturday night to hang out with friends.
I trust her judgment 110. I don't even look past her, go investigate who's up in a while. I trust her judgment. I trust how she moves.
And last he heard from her was around 9:30 p.m. about $12 hours before her body was found.
Everything was normal, but she went about her Saturday normal, watched a couple of movies, talked on the phone, kids gave her a hug. Baby, safe, I love you. That was it. That was it.
Anthony says Michelle made holiday gift bags for neighborhood children and was a great mother of 4. Her youngest, just neighborhood children, and was
The buffering with that is ridiculous. It's so much buffering. But you see with that case, they have a family member there and it's still an issue. Like I just don't feel like he's giving he needs to get a lawyer. Like, I think he needs to get a lawyer so they can take this serious, because this is not normal stuff which is going on. None of this is normal. And then to be on NYCHA property in the area that only is for staff, what's going on? What's really going on? And she don't even live there. She was found in a development that she doesn't even live in. And I don't know why all of a sudden now those reports I'm seeing is not showing that she was hanging out at a club 5 blocks from there called Mama Tacos. And then they said, next thing you know, her body is 5 blocks from there in that development that she's not even from. I find it very disturbing, and I don't think people should sleep on it. But regardless of that, the reality is that there's so many people that you're finding dismembered, and they're not even giving us pictures. They're not giving us names. And I think that's because you ain't got no family.
You know, we be hearing stuff. We know each other for a long time. We be hearing dismantle bodies around the country, right?
Yes.
But they never really talk about New York, right? New York, we have a lot of dismantled bodies throughout the years. Has not been solved.
And I didn't, I really didn't know that. I didn't know we had the serial killer that they doing. He's still on trial. That architect from the Gilligo Beach.
Right, and then also
I didn't know about it.
Then back in the 70s, you had the son of Sam back out the
That's famous. Son of Sam is famous. Yes.
Everybody thought that he was a black man. Kind of find out, he was a black man. Son of Sam's a black man. Blackout. Kind of find out he was a Jew. Remember that boy Eton Pace, right? Now I want people to look at Eton Pace back in the 70s, mid-70s or early, right? Missing white man, right? He hasn't been found yet.
This is horrible. And can we possibly even determine that they're not even looking? I don't think they're looking.
They don't want to look.
This is the problem.
But you know what I think?
Tell me.
Now, you know me, right?
I do.
I don't do conspiracy. I think.
Tell me.
NYPD and we gonna talk in codes here, and with somebody don't look like us.
Happy Black History Month.
And I think that happened for a long time. Well, I mean, switch subject. Let's go back of the CIA back in the 80s, mid 80s, right?
Tell me.
In the mid 80s, there's a man named Oliver North, head of the CIA, was getting drugs from Nicaragua and bring back to our community around the country. Oliver North, yeah. And you know who was part of the committee that tried to bring him down?
Who?
The president before Orange Crush 47.
Obama?
After him.
Biden. Joe Biden.
He was one of the head committees of the CIA. And what happened, Oliver? You don't hear from Oliver North. So what I feel, and I mean, I feel, what I see, this good old USA ain't worth nothing.
So wait a minute. You don't think it plays a part with you don't think it plays a part with the families not pursuing? Isn't that a part to play where they get a lawyer and they get, you know what I mean? Like who pushes pressure on the public?
Right now, I'm working with you. if you know about USA, it's all about this.
Yes. I don't hear you.
They would screw their family to get this.
Okay. That's
The
true.
family is not outraged that your family member is being dissembled.
Because they got paid off. Like with that situation with Kanika Jenkins. Her mom's got paid off. Then it was silence from her. No more
Silence of the night. Money. And see, when it comes to our community, I think we should. I feel we should talk more about this too. Families get brought up. Oh, I miss my. I can't believe it. You know what's going on? Why they flowing up the East River somewhere, up the Hudson River somewhere, and you boo-hooing because you got millions of dollars to shut up. Everything stinks. Now, people gonna say, underrated doctors, you be making stuff up. I don't be making stuff up. I'm just saying there are, throughout the years, there are people actually finding body parts for years in these waters in New York. Oh, this is public record.
Yes.
Wash up on beaches. Yes. Oh, the shark got them. No shark got them, man. And so all of it stinks. The system stinks. Some of the very family. Let me explain something. Let me say this. You have a son, a good son, right?
Thank you.
If your son is missing over an hour, come on, you're gonna be
calling the police.
You're gonna be in the streets.
Yes.
Right?
Right.
And likewise, that if you're missing, your son and your parents gonna be like on the streets. They're gonna be call the police. They're gonna do whatever they can, or they're gonna reach out to social media. But it's so funny, sis, right? If that's their loved one, right?
Right.
Why you didn't put social media to use to find them? Makes you think about, right?
I do because I'm a stranger, and I'm disturbed. But when it comes down to it, it's got to be the family that stands in the front, because as we know, Eric Garner, his mother and his sister was really putting on the pressure, right? And then even though his sister died, he still had his mom's, and she's still in the fight. She runs this foundation for him. It's always like, that's another thing that I think is interesting too, underrated, how almost all these people, they create a foundation, and then they be raising money every year. You know, like it's something that they got to do when they get a large sum of money, where they got to create a foundation. But regardless of that, we still get it's some sort of justice when you bring people that are involved to the court system. I feel, because when that young man got choked out in the subway, they when they first did the police report, when they first did the news report, they didn't even want to give no names. They did a young street performer that used to perform like Michael Jackson, which he had stopped doing that. By the time he got choked out, he wasn't doing none of that. They created this story that wasn't even current. Like they showed him when he was a teenager. He was 34 or whatever when that happened to him. But regardless of it, a lot of people knew him, and that's why the public was outraged. But I feel like if they didn't have any people that know you, like he was known. His mother had gotten murdered. Her body was dismembered, and that was a story that I don't remember. Like, she was in New York, she was dismembered under a bridge. That's crazy.
I
I want to hear your conspiracy theories. I want to freely talk. Underrated. I want to hear it.
don't think it's conspiracy. We gotta know how New York get down. New York's a capitalistic state,
Yeah.
especially New York City. People don't hardly have this. So listen, if you do this, you know, money now to shut people up now.
Yes.
Sad thing about our families. Come on, dismantle bodies for years.
Unidentified. So many unidentified.
Unidentified.
They're not even telling us names.
That's worse.
I think so.
But people say, let's go around hanging. I'm about A and B.
Yes.
Not going here, Connie home. Nah. They bold with it now. Nah, big crowd. No, I'm just saying no. I'm A and B. I know. Hey, let's go go on the water and on the boat. Nah, I'm allergic to boats now. You know, I'm not floating up in no Hudson River. Found me like a Bronx River Parkway and all that, or I traveled down there to see. Found me a South Street seaport. It's a daytime. Yeah, I mean, it got to be real short. I take the dollar, I take the boat taxi, but you can't even trust them. Look. No, they and I don't want to be flown on the other side, to be on the Jersey and stuff, and they can't get you because you're from New York, so they have to cut. No, I'm not. No. That is for no that. And this. I want to go.
But I don't even think people even get the word that is like this. Like, I really don't think, because if you're not giving people's names, like a lot of the funding in New York goes to gun violence. So there are a lot of groups for harm reduction due to guns. They're not telling you about people getting dismembered. Like, they're not making that like an issue. We're not getting numbers. We're not getting stats on that. They're not even telling us people's names. We're hearing about gun violence. We're hearing about unprovoked attacks on the train where you could get pushed on the train. They got little gate guards. They're not telling you about people kidnapping adults and
Because
bodies.
Yeah, because the cash flow was stopped in New York State.
Right. It won't be interesting for tourists.
Right. Billions of dollars a day tourists come in. More now because you got the buildings. I mean, like, people say,
but why wouldn't that drive? But why wouldn't that just drive the police to get them? You know what I'm saying? Like, drive them to get the person that's on loose.
I believe that the judge into it, the prosecutor into it, other people into it, even the politicians into it. People, they say, how you like the Circle Line? Nice ride. Don't want to get on it. Why? It's too long. Ain't what it used to be. Hey, we going on. We gonna stop right here. No. We going straight to Bell Mountain or no? We stopping the train. I come to New York and New York also be home to me, but I'm just saying, where are we going? Okay. What part? Where at again? Oh, it's nighttime in the water. No. Nope. Nah.
You know what I was reminded of? I was reminded of about how Councilman James E. Davis had got on the live right there in City Hall. Right there. They did they couldn't stop that. Nobody tried to stop that right there. Right there. Right there.
And,
right there. And he was a politician.
And that is a city municipal building, and also right, and he wasn't a congressman, right?
He was a councilman.
That's worse. That's local.
That's why he was at city council, because they got to report to city council for their hearings.
And he got on alive, y'all.
Right there.
In the city building, right there. And I believe it's still unsolved.
No, they killed the person that did it right there.
Oh, okay. But how that person got?
They said that they let him, because he was friends, they let him get waived. They let him waive it.
Yeah, right.
What are you doing, Lefty? Yeah, they let him waive it.
They
waived him through the security.
They probably part of that plot. They probably got hit on too.
It's not a joke. Yeah, it's not a joke. Nobody's safe.
And so Jamie did that's almost 30 years ago. That's
right. That's right. And you know what they got now? They got the documentary. You know, they always got documentary. Because remember when that happened to him, they hung purple flags from the city council building. And they named the library after him and the street name. And I said, I had got upset talking about how people always want to just name a street name. I said, that's not enough. Like, this person lost their life. Like, and now
in the city municipal building where he worked at.
Yeah, where he worked at. No protection.
No protection. This is recent, y'all. This is less than 30. This is about probably almost 30 years ago.
Yeah.
That's not long ago.
No.
I remember it, man. I remember that. I'm like, what? Oh, they killed. So what? Why he got in the building anyway? So what do you think, man? I still say he got set up.
Had to.
Got set up.
That means let me show y'all another one, because New York, they're not really organizing the way these issues are going. They really not. They're not telling the public. I feel like the public should be alerted. But as Underrated said, we a tourist city. We're not trying to run the tourists away. And if they're not the color that gets the money, they ain't worrying about us anyway. They ain't at the color bringing in the money. Ain't gonna be no movements.
Certainly didn't expect to see this today, a body pulled from the water right behind their homes. News 12's Alexa Special has those details.
A massive response to a 911 call this morning for someone needing help in the water. And it was near this dock belonging to a home on Hudson Avenue, where the owner tells me he saw something floating in the water. At first, he thought it was trash.
I said, let me go. All these people garbage are floating up here. I got closer and then I saw it was the body.
That's when he called 911. The fire department and police officers rushed. Police tell News 12 when they arrived, they quickly found the lifeless body of a 58-year-old woman, but won't release her identity.
They pulled her out of the water and tried to resuscitate her. They did CPR. All the belongings, cell phone, glasses, handbag, jacket, everything was on the body.
But EMS pronounced the woman dead at the scene. That homeowner says he has never seen anything like this in his backyard before.
This particular point, anything that floats will show up here. It seems to be the deepest entry point here in the little bay. So I've seen, other garbage, but not a body. That's the first time.
All of this unfolding right behind me here on Hudson Avenue. Police now putting up crime scene tape, and neighbors here tell me they're shocked to hear this happen in their area.
Nothing ever happened here. I've been for almost 10 or 12 years here. I've never seen anything happen like this.
This area is very quiet.
The medical examiner is now investigating the woman's cause of death. In Clason Point, Alexa Special, News 12 The Bronx.
As you see, that was another one in the Bronx. He said he thought he was just seeing a trash. That's horrible. You see, they didn't release the name. That's another craziness. Like how are we gonna? So there's no family advocacy on that. They didn't release the name. They said the person was 58. Like that number don't care. Like they don't care because that number. You would think a person 58 would have adult children. They would have a lot of family to be able to advocate. No words. And you see, it was a minority neighborhood. And it's all right here. It's all over the boroughs. It's all over New York, and nobody. It's crazy.
It's public information now.
It's crazy. Ain't nobody going crazy about it. I'm like, this is nuts. And we focusing on national news. We got our own problems. We going crazy about something going on in Minnesota when we got all this stuff going on right here.
He said floating. So picture that lady floating. She got all her parts, right?
Yes, she wasn't dismembered.
Picture you will see a dismantled body floating. And you gotta go around the country, go around the city to find it.
Horrible.
And y'all still don't want to say nothing about that. Mm-mm. Hey, listen. I know rat loves cheese. This don't smell right.
No. And we got that Zohran. Zohran, he doesn't want to even take the homeless people, the unhoused people off the streets, and we had about eight or more of them die. He said he doesn't want to force them off the streets. It's an offer. They're doing it voluntarily if they want to, but the ones that don't want to, he just let them be. And they're dying. They're dying because they said we don't want to make them do something against their will. So because they said
a lot of them is mentally sick.
But this is what we know. We know that, but he don't see it like that.
Let me see. Well, I'm going on.
Wait.
Indians never cared from African descent either.
Well, the truth is the truth, right?
But some of y'all voted for him. I ain't talking about you. That's how you do your history. Of the history of Indian people never respect African descent.
And you know that Reverend Sharpton gave him his hand of approval. He held his arm up.
You know why he gave hand of approval, right? Look, he gave hands of approval because approval was in his pocket.
You see what they said about Kamala? They said she gave almost like $500,000 to his campaign.
But African American getting chopped up though. We getting chopped up, right? And other people, right? But why
they're not even showing our pictures. They're not even saying the name.
You're right.
They're not even saying the name. They don't care.
But
you don't even get to hear the name. You know, they said, we didn't. We can't release the information. We can't release it.
It's all about the Benjamins. And then they say, Oliver, you don't respect no part. Why respect a party that don't even like it? And I'm saying like this, we want to throw a Republican hold most of the office. and even in all the branches in this good old USA. But these Democrats right here, you ain't no better than them. Al Sharpton raised his hand, yeah. But at the same time, the brother suffering. I'm talking about the last mayor. Y'all want to kick him aside?
Eric Adams.
Yeah. You act like y'all know him now. But Giuseppe Indy,
He been let him go with the controversy. Remember, they were trying to get him they were trying to give him jail time, talking about he was taking money from foreign nations, and he said he didn't do nothing wrong.
They never liked and see this thing about it. They never care for Eric Adams. Even if you think about the Brooklyn Borough president, the Democrats really wasn't really, because despite how some people Adams had, he was about our people. You know, I'm gonna make sure you get job, and they ain't like that. And so this is what I'm saying is just that it reminds me of the late great Adam Clay Powell. That he been in Congress maybe almost 40 years, and they kicked him out, right? And then towards the late 60s, and they took his seniority away. But you know what Harlem did? They sent him back without seniority, because what he did for Harlem, but also he did for New York and other people, you know, like, and so he kind of find out the ones who trying to got in trouble now in the mid 70s. Now they end up getting in more trouble, got thrown out of Congress. So we have to understand that New York always has been
But you know what people do talk about. They said that they love the show down south for racism, but we got our own African burial ground in New York. They don't like to talk about that. They don't like to talk about them bones of
when they found them bones in the 90s near where our brother Davis got shot at. If you think about it, found them bones over there. So let's talk about that, huh? But y'all trying to cover it up and have construction bank. See, and then the government trying to cover that up. Oh, yeah, what Peter? Oh, those are dog bones. No, you know those are African.
And we had the underground railroad over there in Duffield. They didn't want to keep that going either. They don't keep no history. No history get kept. They don't even want to talk about it. It's like, oh, slavery is down south. It's not here. It's not up north. Oh, we didn't have that issue.
Who? And I tell people, who do you think funded slavery? New York. Stocks and bonds. New York funded. Dude, let me tell you, New York dirty. Dirty. They dirty. Dirty for a century. They dirty.
And that Central Park used to be the black city, and they destroyed it. Yeah, Seneca Village.
And then let's think about the other neighborhoods around New York City, go towards Westchester County. Some of them is actually buried.
Yes.
New York dirty. Oh, listen, I'm not taking New York has made me the man I am, so I'm not taking it, but New York is dirty. We probably walk past a head we probably ain't seen. Probably walk a missing foot that we ain't seen.
Isn't that something?
People
We need to
doing
know about it because
people
they're not making it an urgency, So we wouldn't even
then
be there
then people do construction all around the
all the
city,
time.
right? I know they found some parts. And your family take money. You shut you up. Shame on y'all. I'm just being nice on here because
Well, you see how they talking about Glorilla and her sister. Glorilla family of 10, right?
Yeah.
And her sister's talking about her mother shouldn't be working anymore. You made it, so you should have retired, mom. And she said she acting like everybody should be supposed to be getting money. Everybody's supposed to be getting money. Like they can all stop working just because she making it big.
Oh, hold on. Keep on talking. I'm coming.
Okay, no problem. Let me show y'all another. Let me share with y'all another report because there's been so many findings of body parts and it's just ridiculous. It's crazy.
Breaking news. An unsettling discovery outside a Brooklyn apartment building. Police tell us they found body parts after neighbors reported a foul odor. This is all unfolding in Flatbush along East 21st Street. And that's where we find Alicia Reed speaking with neighbors. Alicia.
Good evening, Christine. Neighbors say the victim and the suspect live inside this building and were partners. Construction workers were right by the garbage cans outside the building here on East 21st Street this morning. They smelled something foul. Police were called, and that's when they say a man's head and a torso were found. Neighbors say the couple had been fighting for several days. They heard banging on the walls. Then, a few days ago, everything stopped. They say they would see one of the men going in and out, but they could no longer see his partner. Neighbors have been talking amongst themselves to try to make sense of it all.
And I asked them like if my suspicions was true that it was this gay couple, and he was like, yeah, that it was true that the apartment was in the short one's name, and that the tall one was always like violent with the short one.
Shocking, very shocking, because I lived here since 2004, and we've never had an incident like of this magnitude in this block.
Now, police have not identified the victim or a suspect. This is still an ongoing investigation. As soon as we get any additional information, we'll bring it to you. Live in Flatbush, Alicia Reed, CBS News, New York.
All right, Alicia, please do that.
And as you know, they don't follow up. Okay, now allegedly they say that they cannot release the name without informing the family first, right? So allegedly, but it doesn't make any sense. Like, how long does it take, right? How long does it take? Why are you not following up? Makes sense, because it doesn't financially suit what they want to talk about in New York. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to talk about all of that. Yeah, feel free to come up, Lefty. I want to hear what you got to say. I just find it all frustrating. And I've been talking to people because I was trying to get in touch with somebody regarding my my frustrations. And I'm a single mother, right? My son is 24. He's going to be 25 this year. But so he's a young man. But a lot of the women I talked to, the females I talked to, they wanted me to focus on that father that beat his kid to death. Y'all, I know y'all had to hear about that one. And I was like, So you focusing on a family that was domestic violence more than a woman that got dismembered and her body was in a garbage bag on NYCHA grounds. Like this was an issue between there was all family. Like the biological father unalived his child. Like I don't mean to sound insensitive, but I'm like that's a different story. It's not strangers. It's not a missing person or anything. How you doing, Lefty? Welcome in. Happy Black History Month.
Hey.
What you wanted to
Yeah,
say? I want to hear it. How you doing?
Let me get off this camera for real. I'm smoking. There you go. Man, like this here. First of all, let me address the Glorilla and Glorilla. So they kept saying it's her little sister, big sister. It's actually her little sister, I think. But when you got money,
right?
I work money. I make. First of all, Glorilla ain't worth number $3 million.
Okay.
How far you think $3 million is supposed to take you when you trying to live a lifestyle?
Right.
You know, I'm not obligated. If I hit the lottery, I don't care how I made my millions. I am not obligated to give you nothing.
I agree.
Because you my brother. Yeah, just because you my brother or you my sister, I'm not obligated. You want your own money, go get you some money, or come to me as a person, like a business person, and try to get me to invest so you can make your own money.
Like 50 Cent. Remember 50 Cent wanted his son to start his own business, and he wanted to invest in him to get his own business, and his son didn't want that. Remember that story?
Yeah.
He didn't want to do all that.
Rick Ross did something for his son on his 16th birthday.
What'd he do?
Hold on. Let me talk to this. He gave his son one of the chicken places that he invested into, Wingstop.
Yes.
At 16 for his 16th birthday.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful.
Ludacris, the rapper Ludacris.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do? He had all these homeboys with him.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't doing around. They weren't doing nothing. They wanted to go shopping. They wanted to do all this stuff here. He sent all his homeboys to school, asked them what they wanted to do, so they can be professional and make their own money. He sent them to school.
Okay. I like that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So, and he didn't do it because he had to. He did it because he didn't want to go shopping and be the only one funding the bill every time he go out.
Right. You know who got stuck like that was MC Hammer. Remember, MC Hammer was giving his money out to everybody that was asking, and he became he became bankrupt. He still got a name.
He came bankrupt because he was giving the money away, but he also had 1,500 people on his payroll. So he had 1,500 people on his payroll. But another thing I want to say is just because we ran to the South, the only reason I think people don't understand that Black people ran to the South to escape slavery. They never say they ran to the South to escape prejudice. I mean, to the North. They ran to the North to escape to escape slavery because they wanted to be free. But just because the city or the North didn't have slavery, don't mean that the people were still prejudiced.
Correct.
You know, there was some senators from the North was in there saying, no, they was voting against the slavery, against it, but they was outnumbered.
Right.
And everybody know our history except us. Everybody know who we actually are. You can go to Israel as a black person. They will tell you welcome home, but they will not let you become a citizen.
Mm-hmm.
Because they know the truth. They know that the black people were the original Israelites. They know it.
Because
We
they
start
study.
Yeah, Russia done told you Jesus was black.
Mm-hmm. I mean, but Lefty, what is the problem with us making sure that we inform our people of these things? I mean, like, it doesn't stop us from being able to teach our own things. Like the Jewish people, they always funding those Holocaust museums.
Yeah.
They fund it.
That's why that's it. Oh, it got ruined. Why you think they finding all those I had to listen to a dude. He say, why you think they found all the statues with no nose? And that's a key inner factor that's a black person by the nose.
Yes.
And they'll tell you, oh, it was ruined. It was ruined by the being old. That's the only thing got messed up was the nose.
Right.
So it's like people gotta understand that our history, we have to start telling, I went to school for 12 years.
And how was that for you? I think the last thing we heard is you went to school for 12 years.
Internet going in and out.
Oh. Well, pick up from you went to school for 12 years. We want to hear what after that.
Oh, come on. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I got this Spectrum phone and this place got free Wi-Fi and they keep going in between my mobile.
Oh. So you said you went to school for 12 years, and what about that?
And all you heard during Black History Month was what's the guy, the peanut dude.
The peanut dude.
The one that invented the peanut.
Oh, I forget his name. I know who you're talking about.
Him, Frederick Douglass, Martin Luther King,
Malcolm X. Yes.
No, we didn't have to see. They didn't tell us about Malcolm X till later.
Oh, okay.
Because Malcolm X was
too radical.
Malcolm X was he was assumed to be radical.
Yes.
So they didn't teach us about Malcolm X in school.
Wow.
So we had Reverend Tubman, Rosa Parks, and that was it.
Wait a minute, they didn't do the W.E.B. Du Bois? I know they had to do W.E.B. Du Bois.
Yeah, they did him on the art stuff and
yeah, they did them.
Cab Calloway and all that, but
yes.
The Renaissance era. We learned about the Renaissance era.
Yes.
And all that, but they didn't teach us nothing about how James Brown was a Republican, how he was telling people to get their own business. They didn't teach us all this stuff about how we had. I didn't know about Tulsa, the city Black Wall Street, so I was grown. Probably about 7 or 10 years ago.
Okay.
I'm in Texas. That's Black Wall Street. That's right. That's not even that far from us. That's in Oklahoma.
Right.
I'm like, wait a minute. They did what?
Well, you
The
know,
city
they
had
didn't teach us. They didn't teach me in school about Juneteenth. I learned about Juneteenth through going to black events. You know what I'm saying? Because you know Brooklyn and Harlem, they always have their black events, and you hear about Pinkster and Juneteenth and all of that and those
a lot of
events.
people learn about Juneteenth because black Texas moved out of Texas.
Okay.
Because Juneteenth is strictly a Texas thing.
Okay.
It's strictly Texas. It's like Louisiana to say they said no, nobody else. It says strictly Texas. And we start celebrating Juneteenth. That's like I said, when we start moving out to other states and other cities outside of Texas, that's when and they took June till they seen people celebrate. Like, what you celebrate? Or they trying to get off because they telling them it's a holiday. They like, man, we ain't heard this holiday because it's a Texas holiday.
Okay.
It's literally a Texas holiday.
Okay.
And since they made it a national holiday to Texas, it was just a regular day.
Oh,
to Texas. But to the black folks, it was our day.
Okay. Yes.
We knew by tradition and word of it's a traditional holiday that black folks had, and nobody knew about it till we started moving outside the state of Texas.
Okay.
Because it's actually the day that they were told that the war was over and that the slaves has been free.
Right.
That's it. All this other stuff people talking about, well, no, none of what y'all talking about. We don't know what y'all celebrate. We don't have no damn flag. There's no such thing as a Juneteenth flag.
Really? Get out of here. That's what they said there is.
Man, they made a Juneteenth flag because it became a national holiday. There's never was a Juneteenth flag.
Wow. Well, what about in Texas? Did y'all celebrate Kwanzaa?
Kwanzaa, no.
Oh.
You gotta understand, Texas is a Bible Belt. Texas is the Bible Belt. Now you had to pro-woke, wanna be them people I don't like, Pan-Africans and stuff that try to celebrate Kwanzaa.
Right.
But everybody celebrate Christmas. We Christians down here. Most of us are Christians.
Right.
If you either a Christian, you don't go to church, or you went to church and you had a bad experience with the church and you stop believing. That's it. We are in the Bible Belt. We did, when it started becoming popular, you might have some people that try to celebrate it because it's the thing, try to follow the trend, but no, that's not a big thing in Texas.
So y'all don't really have a big Nation of Islam group there? Being that it's so many black, y'all don't have the Nation of Islam represented. We
got Nation of Islam, but you see them on the street trying to sell newspapers.
Yes, the newspaper, the bean pies.
No, they sold newspapers. That's all they sold in hot summer Texas. So doing bow ties and suits on. We made fun of them. Then y'all ain't got no short set.
Right.
It's hot as hell out here. Y'all know. And you only see them in a certain part of Dallas, in South Dallas.
Okay.
They had the so-called Black Panthers.
Okay.
They had a little small group of Black Panthers here, but
the Black Panthers don't have special holidays, right? Because like the Nation of Islam, they actual Muslims, so they got their Muslim holidays. But the Black Panthers don't have.
But it was so small. It was such a small thing. You don't see no mosques here, no thing here, no thing. Yeah. Only one you see mosques that got mosques is like in North Dallas, in the suburb areas where they got a big population of real Muslims.
Okay.
That came from overseas. But you don't see like the Black Panthers and all that. It's small here. The nation was still small.
Okay.
And when you see them, you like, get away from my car, dude. You harass me every time. I don't want no damn newspaper.
Right.
Or sometimes you might see them out there selling a bag of fruit. I don't want your fruit. I don't know where they came from.
Right.
Did y'all grow it yourself, or did y'all go to Kroger's and buy the fruit and come out here and try to sell it?
And with the Black Panthers, they're kind of the militant group, so they wasn't. But y'all a carry city, so y'all already used to guns because you can carry.
Yeah, but shit, man, it's still racism though.
Okay.
Before we even had concealed carry, only thing you can basically get away with and carry was a shotgun or a rifle.
Okay.
And
So
you
no
start carrying
handguns,
that.
no automatic, no handguns.
Yeah, if you were carrying a handgun, you were secretly carrying a handgun. That didn't come along till later, till like the late 90s.
Well, concealed, you would have a concealed carry.
Yeah, see, concealed carry didn't get past till late 90s, but if you were black and you get caught around with guns. See, everybody think Texas everybody's walking around open carrying with guns. No, they not.
Yeah.
No, they not. It's like only time you see somebody really just open carrying handguns and rifles and stuff like that. They be in their truck. They in the country.
And we imagine Texas always having their cowboy hat. You got the cowboy hat,
I ain't never had. I had a Dallas Cowboy hat. I ain't baseball cap. I ain't never had no cowboy hat. I had no pair of boots since I was 6 years old. That's why I keep telling people we don't walk around wearing cowboy boots, tight ass jeans, and hats. That's not us. There's some people. That's not us.
Right.
You see most Hispanics with the cowboy hats around here.
Really?
That's one of the cowboy hats. Yeah.
Oh. But then who are the ones who's doing those line dances? They act like the line dances are popular. Y'all got line dance season.
It's around by Houston. You got some people that do it here, but they trail rides, they country folks. You gotta understand. It's two type of people in Texas. You got country, you got ghetto.
Okay.
Ghetto is basically from the city. We sound country, but we ain't country. We city folks.
Okay.
Country folks is basically from East Texas. That's where they live, like in small cities, small ranches. They still have land. They family have land and all this stuff. They country. They live the country style. The line dance and the trail rides actually came from like South Carolina, Mississippi, Arkansas, like that, where it trickled down. It trickled down to us because we got a lot of people coming from in from Texas from there. But that's where that mostly came from.
Okay.
Like the rural areas of South Carolina, Arkansas, all that come from the black people from up there, Mississippi. All that come there. We had trail rides. Our trail rides were putting you on a horse and ride you around.
Okay. Well, still, it's a horse though. So a lot of people ride horse. That's another thing. Y'all used to riding horses. Cowboys.
You come to my hood, you're gonna see some people riding some horses.
Okay.
Like people come to Oak Cliff, they see people riding horses because we in the middle of the city. We in the city. We cityfied. So people come see riding horses down the street. They looking at us like, that's normal to y'all? Yeah.
Okay.
We know where they keep the horses at. It's actually a ranch called Skyline Ranch in Oak Cliff, Texas.
But so the guys that ride the horse, they don't wear the hat. They don't wear a cowboy hat.
No, they might have a baseball cap. They might have their boots on and jeans because they riding horse. They horse, but they wear regular t-shirts and baseball caps. You don't. So look like regular dudes off the street.
Oh, that's interesting.
Like, what the
yeah, that's interesting.
The only thing they might have on is some boots. That's it. Okay. They're not real cowboy boots. They we call them ropers. They like the work cowboy boots. But
But one of the ladies I know from Texas from YouTube that I know, she said that her son had a pig. He raised a pig and he was able to sell that so he could graduate. Like she said, y'all still have livestock around you too.
Yeah, we still have livestock. You see, we got a goat farm in our hood.
Okay.
We got guys that raise goats. We got guys that have horses. But you got guys that but the ones that raise pigs and all that stuff, they not in the city. They in the country.
Oh, okay. So the people that raise the goats, so are they selling like cheese and stuff? Like what are they doing with the
Oh,
goats?
they sell the goats. They raise the goats and sell the goats
For food.
for food. Yeah.
Oh. So y'all do have like y'all do eat like halal meat. Like y'all eat goat meat like we like halal meat?
Yeah, we eat goat. We eat goat. And the lamb chop thing just came around because I've been eating lamb chops, but it got popular now, the lamb chops, but that's all they eat on the lamb. See, I watch videos, they eat the whole lamb, the head and everything, from the rooter to the tutor.
Mm-hmm.
Like the goat, my uncle been barbecuing smoking goat for years. We had goat every year at the barbecue.
I never had smoked goat. I thought y'all was big on steak. Remember y'all be talking about y'all like steak?
Okay, see, that's the commercialized part of Texas.
Okay. I didn't know y'all be eating goat. That's interesting.
We black, we eat goat.
I know y'all like pig, though. Don't you eat? But you eat pig. You eat pork.
We eat pig, we eat pork, but we don't do pulled pork. We don't eat that pulled pork stuff. That's
Oh.
that's see, we got our own style of barbecue. Our pork is pork ribs. They start doing oxtails now, smoking oxtails. But
Mm-hmm.
we do beef ribs, we do pork ribs, we do brisket and sausages, hot links,
I love
hot
sausage.
dogs, and hamburgers. That's it.
Okay.
That's a Texas barbecue. All this pulled pork and stuff, they not from Texas. They selling pulled pork.
Mm-hmm.
They from
And what
they
about
from like
seafood? Because like we have a lot of seafood that are like we'll have salmon, shrimp kebabs. So y'all do that? Y'all have
how Texas introduced to seafood is Red Lobster, Long John Silver, Papa Do's. They do restaurants. Man, they
okay.
do a lot of seafood bars now because they got a lot of people that moved here from Louisiana that's
Yes.
opened up. They do seafood bars.
How you like
But
that? Do you like the seafood balls?
I never had one yet. Well, I guess I have. I
Oh,
take that back. Yes, I have. Yes, I have. I had a authentic seafood bar from Louisiana. It was good. It's okay.
okay.
I just don't like spice. I can't handle spice. Some people make their sauce too spicy.
Yes, they like to have all that spice in it. But you have the corn on the cob, the egg, the pasta. Do you do all of that? Did you?
No, there's no pasta in seafood bar.
Okay, no pasta with your okay.
It's just seafood. Some of it you can get a shrimp ball, or you can get a seafood ball, or you can get a crawfish ball.
And
Crawfish is
I have
supposed
never
to be
had crawfish. I never had it. I don't even see it here. I gotta look for it. I gotta see if crawfish is in New York. I never had crawfish. I never seen
they
it.
got crawfish in New York. Some people call it crayfish.
Okay.
They call it crayfish, so they call it crawfish. But Texas, the only reason Texas introduced to it because we right next door to Louisiana.
Okay.
And like I said, it's a lot of people from Louisiana come to Texas, and that's what they brought crawfish to Texas. So
right. But hasn't it been a good decade? New York has been flooding Texas.
that's not really.
No.
Every now and then you'll see somebody that say they're from New York, unless they come to Houston. Like everybody go to Houston. Everybody don't like coming to Dallas. Everybody go to Houston.
Okay. Why?
So
What's different about Houston?
Houston, but they call it the New Atlanta.
Okay. Okay.
Houston have more of a night scene, party scene than Dallas do.
Okay.
You get one or two things happen in the club in Dallas. 1, 2, or 3, 4 things happen to club in Dallas, they shutting it down.
Okay. And in Houston, they don't have much of a they don't have as many horses and stuff, huh?
Yeah, Houston got a lot of horses.
Oh, they do. Okay.
Yeah, that's why most of the trail rides you see advertised and stuff for Texas, they come out of Houston. Because Houston is basically close. Houston's probably like the last big city you'll see before you get to the little country towns.
Mm-hmm.
And Houston is surrounded by a lot of small country towns and stuff like that, in the rural areas.
And do they have a lot of like trailer park areas where people come in and they set up their trailer park?
Don't do too many trailer parks here.
So now it's really just buildings and houses.
No, they build a lot of apartments. It's weird because people come to Dallas and Houston and they're like, oh, y'all got a lot of apartment complexes. Yes.
Right.
Like compared to back in the day, they didn't know what a apartment complex was. Like you come to my hood, you'll see more houses. You'll see more streets with houses on it.
When I went to Atlanta, I got out there towards where College Park was. They still didn't have a lot of sidewalks. Like it was really still looked like it was really for cars. Like if you wasn't driving, you're not gonna really have no sidewalk. Is that how some places are in Houston?
I don't know. I know in Dallas we have a lot of sidewalks.
That's good.
Even in the neighborhood, we have a lot of sidewalks, and we have public transportation too. A lot of these small cities don't have public transportation.
Mm-hmm.
That's why everybody say you have to have a car in Dallas. Unless you might catch 2 or 3 buses just to get to where you're going.
Oh.
Just to get to where you're going, you might have to catch 2 or 3 buses. You know what I'm saying? Or catch the train now since we got the train.
But that means that the kids usually the teenagers already start driving. Then if it's like that, the teenagers they learn how to drive early.
Yeah, you get a lot of people get cars at 15. They start driving at 15. So
okay.
You got to, but the thing is about my hood and all the rest surrounding hoods, you got some people that never been out the neighborhood.
Even though they got a car.
Yeah, they don't go out the hood.
Oh. So that means all the resources are there then. They don't need to. That means they have everything they want.
You got some neighborhoods that like they call no deserts, don't have no stores.
Oh.
No shopping stores to buy food and stuff. It's like because they steal from all the stores, and the stores will shut down because they don't want to deal with the stealing.
That's interesting.
Then you get somebody that like that's not from America to bring in a food store, what we call a BS store, and they jack the price up on everything.
That's on like so. Do y'all have like specific things that like everybody knows to have like a specific product? Like how you were saying that y'all like to go to Whataburger. Like, do y'all have a product in the stores that everybody buys, but it's not up here in New York?
We have our food snacks. We have our hood snacks that's not even selling in other neighborhoods in Dallas and around, So we have certain products.
Mm-hmm.
Like Tahiti Treat soda. It's like a tangy fruit punch. Been around for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
You only will find that in certain neighborhoods.
Wow. But do you have Arizona sodas and like Arizona drinks in Dallas?
Yeah, we have Arizona drinks.
Okay.
We have Arizona tea. We have They had their little fruit punch. We had a great Arizona. We even had their energy drinks in some places.
That's great because that's made here. That's made in New York.
Oh yeah, see, they lied to us. So we thought it was made in Arizona.
That's distributed here. So that's great though. If you look at the back, you see it's a product from us. And that's why he's able to keep it cheap. So that's great.
Now I have to stop drinking.
You know what? You need to stop it. I want to see that fruit punch that you said only y'all got. That's interesting. I want to see how that looks.
Like, people didn't know Bluebell ice cream was only a Texas thing. You could only get it like in the surround, like the neighbors, the we surrounded by 4 states. I didn't know you can get it in New Mexico, but you only can get it in Oklahoma, Louisiana,
Okay.
and Arkansas. Certain parts of Arkansas, and they might like spread it out to some people. So some people, mostly in the South, know about Bluebell. But Bluebell is made here in Texas. It's a Texas company, and it's one of the most popular ice creams in Texas.
Well, in New York, we have La Salle, and La Salle it's not even in every neighborhood in the city, but it's a local ice cream, La Salle. So I know exactly what you mean about it not necessarily being everywhere.
It's like Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper is a Texas company. It's a Texas soda.
Okay. And I like Dr. Pepper.
Yeah,
But
Dr. Pepper.
you see how they don't have that in a lot of chains like McDonald's and stuff. They don't have Dr. Pepper, but they have Dr. Pepper and Wendy's.
Yeah, they do. Everybody got Dr. Pepper. Everybody got Dr. Pepper and Coke here.
And what's the other one? Dr. Pepper and what else?
Coca-Cola.
Okay, yes, Coke.
Every now and then you rarely see a Pepsi product.
Oh. That's interesting. But I know that the Coca-Cola, they got the Coca-Cola company right there in Atlanta. I had went over there by the Coca-Cola place, but I didn't take a tour. But I went over there.
That's like Budweiser. Budweiser is a Texas beer.
Oh, really? Well, that's everywhere here. Yes.
Yeah, so it's like Pepsi. They tried Pepsi and Coca-Cola, but most people weren't drinking their products. So they just took out and started with Dr. Pepper. It's Dr. Pepper and 7-Up. So you probably won't see 7-Up, but you'll see Dr. Pepper everywhere.
Okay. Yeah, but like I hardly ever see in the chain stores. I hardly ever see 7-Up. Like maybe Sprite, but they don't have 7-Up. Yeah.
You'll see Sprite, and you might see Mountain Dew in some places too.
Right, like in our Taco Bells, it seems like they got a
relationship with Mountain Dew. Yeah, but every food chain here got Dr. Pepper and Coke.
Wow, that's interesting.
And root beer.
What? I love root beer.
Yeah, they got some kind of form of root beer. It might be Bart's or it might be A&W.
Okay. Nobody else. There's only Bart's or A&W. They don't have no other brands.
They may got some off brands, and cheaper brands.
Right. Do y'all have CNC soda? Y'all have CNC at your local corner store?
No.
But you know about it, right? You know about CNC?
Nope, never heard of it.
That's like a cheap soda for us. Like, you know how like the ones you mentioning, they'll be like $2.50 or almost $3, and the CNC you might be 75 cents.
Oh, now you might go to like start with an F. It's a Mexican soda.
Okay.
That they have.
You saw the video I did for you, Lefty. I showed you how our security guards don't have no guns, no nothing.
You see, that's another thing I wanted to say too.
What?
For New York, to be besides LA PD, one of the biggest, largest police force in the world. Y'all have more crime than anything I ever seen with the police force that y'all have. That just show you that police officers got to go through so much red tape in these democratic cities just to do their job. And then they arrest the people. And then the prosecutors and the courts don't do their job unless it's a big crime.
But we in New York, they do a lot of they privatize everything. So they always using some sort of security company, and the security company is not NYPD. You know what I'm saying? They'll use we have Securitas. That's like really popular. Securitas.
Well, we have a lot of private security companies. I work in Texas, all over. Texas is known for private security.
Okay.
We got our own license through the state, our own section, our own board, and everything. But for you to work without a weapon in this day of time, that is a no-no.
Let me show them. This is what I had put up for Lefty, because he couldn't believe that we don't have we have security guards with no kind of weapons. They don't have weapons. That's unusual.
Yeah, amazing. My duty belt looks just like a police officer duty belt. Everything that police officer got on his duty belt, I got. Only thing I don't have right now is a taser.
And they don't have none of that. Like when you said you got you got the stick, you got the stick, you got all that. You see the security guard, all they're gonna do is ask you to please stop or whatever, and that's it. They have, and a lot of them have on the orange screen.
I'm giving you three commands and it's on. I'm detaining you till the police get here.
That's amazing.
That is my job, to detain you till the police get here.
Even in the stores, our stores, the security guards there, they not mandatory. It's not mandatory for them to stop you if you have if you're stealing something. That's why we get a lot of people stealing, because the security guard asks you to stop, but they don't restrain you. Like they don't sort of restrain you.
It's not theft till you walk out. Like, you know how some stores have, like some grocery stores, they have an entrance, you go to a second door.
Mm-hmm.
It's not theft till you go out that second door leading to the parking lot. That's when you committed theft. That's
because
how it works here in
they give you an opportunity to wheel your merchandise over to the car.
Right, because
but you're
you make it past that corridor. If you make it to that corridor, you still have an opportunity to say, "Oh, I forgot to pay for this," and turn around and pay for it.
Okay.
When you make it through that second door to the parking lot, it's interpreted that you had no means to turn around and go pay for that.
Okay. So they give you some grace. They give you a grace period.
Yeah.
That's interesting. But no, we don't have security restraining.
Yeah, so many people so relaxed on theft now that what's the use of calling the police? Because all they gonna say is, well, they wasn't here. They don't care you got to take license plate. Oh, they got away with it.
Wow.
I seen a dude walk out of Walmart with a 75-inch TV. Because how I know? Because I got the same TV.
Mm-hmm.
We asked for that same TV at the same time. We went to look at the TV. We was looking at the TV, and he asked for the TV, and we went to go get my daughter clothes at the layaway. He had to follow the dude back there to the layaway to get the TV. So when we finished, my daughter got my daughter stuff out of layaway. We watched that dude walk right out the door, and nobody at the front door. There wasn't nobody at the front door to stop him, take no receipt. None of that.
Wow.
He walked right out the front door. And then they still had time to catch him because he had to take the TV out the box to put it in his car.
Why he had to take it out the box? Why wasn't he keeping it in the box?
Because the box was too big.
Oh my goodness.
It wasn't fit in his trunk, and he had to take it out the box to put it in his back seat.
Did he get caught?
Nope.
Wow.
If he would have tried something like that, they would have stopped me at the door.
So we talking about somebody that wasn't our color?
No, he was our color.
Oh. So why you would have got stopped?
I don't know. Why would I have got stopped? Because I had that type of look.
Because you just said the other guy was black too.
It don't mean nothing. If that would have been me, I would have got caught.
Wow. Well, that's why you don't do it.
That's why I don't do it.
That's right. You don't do it.
When I worked at the grocery store as a security officer, I was waiting for my license to come back. I was doing unarmed security. I kept telling the manager, stop calling me while I'm here. They're like, well, lost provincial hired her. Like, they should have had armed security officers. I can't do that as an unarmed officer. When you're an unarmed officer in Texas, you can't do nothing but observe and report. You can't stop nobody. You can't do nothing.
I mean,
your job is to observe.
But Lefty, I thought what you do is you call the authorities and you take down a incident report, right?
Yeah, that's it. That's what it's called. Observe and report.
Okay. Yes. You don't think that's
I'm level 3. I'm level 3. I've been level 3 since 1992. That means I'm an armed officer. I've been an armed officer since 1992. I quit, worked 1 year in warehouse distribution, where I ran a flat sorter for a year. And then I left from there and went to the prison for 4 years. I became a correctional officer. And then when I left the prison, I came back to level 2. So I got over 37 years of experience as a level 3 security officer.
Mm-hmm. What's level 2? What does level 2 have?
Level two is just a regular security officer. He's an unarmed officer, which I'll have.
Okay.
They can't do nothing. I don't know what level 1 is, because I'm like, what's level 1? Nobody can never answer level 1. What level 1 is? Somebody will tell you.
Okay, maybe they front desk. They stay behind the desk only.
No, because level 2 can do that.
Okay.
All them level 2 positions. Even some guys. I worked the front desk before. I was an armed officer, so
right.
It just depends on what the company, what the client wants.
Right.
And that's a cheap way for the client to go out, is to hire a level 2, but they don't know the difference between a level 2 and a level 1. I mean level 3.
Even though y'all have weapons.
Yeah, so even though we have weapons, most people now they want level 3 because it's bad out here.
Right. But don't you think a level 2 is safer? Like you always will come home if you got weapons.
No,
how you go down?
No, you get tried more as a level 2 than you will. You'll get beat up as a level 2. People will try to fight you more because they know you don't have a gun.
Okay.
They see you with everything on your belt. Trust me, I worked in the food stamp office for 7 years. When people raised up and seen that we had duty belts on, they still fuss, but they still walking like that door.
Okay.
Because once I reach first, and I'm reaching for my love leaks, I start pulling out my mace. I'm taking my mace in front of your head. When you talk all your mess you want to, get out that door.
Right. Right.
And the worst thing you can say to us is, "You can't arrest me." Yeah, by the state of Texas, that's on commission by the state of Texas.
Do y'all have auxiliary officers? Because in New York, they have like them volunteer officers, and those officers do not have any kind of weapon.
Yeah,
They
but they can't do that. They can't do nothing but observe.
right. Do y'all? But
Like
y'all
they
have
might
them
be
in
like
Texas
they
too?
might be in the yeah they might be in the, like the police academy and stuff.
Yes.
They
Yeah.
kind of you have reserve officers, and most reserve officers are like off duty officers that work in police part time.
Okay.
And they can arrest you because they still TCO certified. They still licensed police officers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Here, when you go to your police precinct, you can go through a training, and they'll have you at special events without any kind of weapons. They'll let you know about emergency doors and stuff and so forth, and you can be a part of a big event that's with security, but they don't give you no weapons.
Yeah, see, we work side by side with police officers at events with guns on.
Mm-hmm.
Hey man, what you carrying? What your department carrying? What you carrying? Hey, I got this. Hey, you see that new so and so? We talking. We work side by side with police.
Okay.
Hey, also I work department, so I work at this motel. I'm going to them. I work side by side with police. Hey, officer, what y'all got for? Can I get an incident number when you get a case number when you get done? Yeah, I got you. All right. Yeah, I call you. They got a domestic upstairs in room 215. Oh, okay. Where's that? It's right here. Come on, I'll show you where it is.
So
We work with them.
do you work directly with EMT as well? Because like our officers
Yep.
work with they work with the school safety and EMT.
Well, see, our schools had their own. They had their own police.
Okay.
Most districts here in Texas had their own police, school
Oh.
officers. So yeah, and security, like they have both. They have security, like some schools security are armed, and they police officers are armed.
What? In the school? They got
Yeah.
armed security in the school?
Yeah.
Is that after school shootings, or it was always like that?
It was after the U Valley shooting.
Okay. Okay.
Like the private schools can have their own security because most of them don't have police. Like private schools, but most of the districts they had their own police. They have their own security.
Cause see, in New York, our school safety, they just like it's just an observant kind of thing. They cannot restrain. They can observe. They can ask. They can suggest, but the police do everything. They can't touch the kid.
Shoot, they gonna grab that kid. That kid in there fighting, they gonna grab that kid and the kid getting arrested. And the parents getting fined.
And they definitely don't have no mace. What? Mace a kid? No.
Yeah.
Wow. That's interesting. Because
You talking about just because now the elementary school kids is different. You talking about junior high school to high school kids.
Yes, high school.
No, them kids carry guns and knives and try to fight you and everything. That's why I tell people just because they kids don't mean nothing. Oh, you'll shoot a kid? Yes.
Wow.
Especially when they think they 15, 16 years old, they think they grown.
Right.
They think they from the streets. Just because they hang in the streets don't mean they from the streets.
So but here you would get a lawsuit, they'll try to say you abusing the kid and try to take your license away from working with any vulnerable populations.
If you're doing everything by law in Texas, there's no lawsuit.
Okay.
If you get caught committing a crime or you get hurt while committing a crime, you cannot sue nobody in the state of Texas. No more. They changed the laws here.
Okay.
So you telling me a dude can break in my house I'm defending my property. He taking my property. I defend my property, and he get hurt in the commission of a crime and come back and sue me. And that's what a lot was going on. These guys was breaking in cars, breaking in houses, getting hurt in commission of a crime, and they was coming back and suing the people, the homeowners. And they were like, "Oh no," and they were like, "Nah, we can't do that. We can't have that happening no more."
So you didn't have stand your ground laws like Florida?
Yeah, we had stand your ground laws, but they were still suing.
What?
We got a lot of Democratic judges here, and especially Dallas. People don't understand Dallas is a half and half city.
Okay.
Dallas is it's like purple, but it ran mostly by Democrats.
Oh, okay.
And which is us, and that's what's so terrible about it, because it's us.
You know what I think is terrible is when they get so focused on helping the illegals. Like I feel like their focus is doesn't make sense to me. Like making sure that they become citizens is what I think their purpose should be, not trying to fight for people that are undocumented to get the same services as people that are documented. That's all they fighting for. Democrats love fighting like that.
Yeah. Well, here it's like it's who can line our pockets more.
Okay.
Oh, you promise us everything. See what they do here. Okay, like I say, we're in the Bible Belt, so it's more churches here in Texas.
Okay.
You would throw a rock in Dallas and hit a church anywhere. Golly, what am I coming on to? I got the fire truck and ambulance on the property. Oh man, there ain't no fire. It's like a medical emergency.
You talking about right now, or you talking about what they would say? You talking about something going on again?
Yeah.
Because before when you was on my live stream, there was some police cars going to another area. Remember? There was some kind of security issue, but you said it wasn't in your area. They was passing you. We heard the sirens like if you was in New York. That's crazy. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. We'll be on for 12 minutes. 12 more minutes. We'll hit the 2-hour mark. And I appreciate the underrated darkness for joining me in the beginning. And then Lefty. Lefty is based in Texas, which is awesome.
Yeah.
He gave a different thing. So everything's okay though, right? The situation is under control.
Yeah. This is wild. I'm trying to turn my camera around. Hold on.
See, you what's going on though? What happened?
I don't know yet.
Every time we talking, there's some kind of ambulance coming around now. It's like so New York. Because New York, we always hearing sirens. That's a normal day for us.
It's a normal day for me. But the fire department is right down the street, so
okay.
Like literally not even right down the street. It's like across the red light. I'm in a four corner section. It's like right there at it.
I'm used to
Somebody
being.
tell me what's going on.
I thought you usually don't be having no issues where you at. You got a new spot? I thought you usually got nice and quiet area where you just patrolling the like the parking lot, making sure nobody around.
Yeah, sometimes I do. Sometimes I like this is a bid and stay hotel.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like don't tell them what might go on around here.
Mm-hmm.
I've been here for a minute. I'm like, Somebody might be having an overdose or something. Somebody might just be sick. Well, somebody might just be sick because there's no police. There's no police around. They have an overdose. Police would show up.
Do they have you where you, if you see somebody that is unconscious, to give them a shot?
Or Narcan?
Yes.
I've been trained with it at the other company I had. I think my Narcan expired though, but they actually gave us Narcan, but we're not required to do Narcan.
Okay, you're not required. Okay, that's good.
You know,
Because I know usually, especially in New York, I mean almost every meeting I go to, they do a Narcan training, because that's how many people we have that's using these kind of things. It's so crazy.
Yeah.
But I haven't had to use
it. It's bad here too because fentanyl overdose and all this crap, and just somebody tell me what's going on later.
Because today we had a homeless person. He just ripped off his clothes. Like, that's so crazy, but that's kind of common. Like when I don't know if it's something they took, but they'll be like taking off their clothes, and it's winter here. It's like, I don't.
Yeah, that's something they took. That's something that they take. That's like PCP, something like PCP and stuff. They'll make them. K2 used to make people do that.
It's so crazy. They rolling on the ground and just but they are.
It's not funny. It's sad because you used to see people. There's a certain part by my church in the hood we call Zombie Land. Because you see people
Zombie Land too?
Yeah, it's people that you'll see just standing in the middle of the street. You thinking they begging for money? They just standing there with clothes because they high.
Right.
And then you'll see people at the bus stop. You see people that's K2 was real big down here. It was real down here bad, K2. And one lady, she was smoking K2. She got it completely undressed in the middle of the street.
Yeah, we have those people. It's like so common. I don't even think people even are fazed by it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not going, they're just like, oh no, there's another one of them.
Yeah.
I think because we don't see them get killed or nothing. You know what I mean? Like, they don't die. Like, I've seen people go into the street and they touch the cars, but the cars don't hit them. Like, I haven't seen, I haven't seen stuff like but they love to go in the street and they just, they just all over the place, erratic.
Yeah,
but
I
they
guess
know
the person must be okay. They ain't taking nobody to the ambulance. So.
But you see them with a person?
No, they loading up. They getting ready to leave.
Okay.
I seen them come out the room, so I can look at the room from where I'm at. And I seen them. They ain't had nobody with them.
So that's good. I mean, but you still got a full night. It's early.
Oh yeah, this early for me.
This is early. You still got a long way to go. Have you been hearing about any kind of dismembered bodies in your neck of the woods?
No, I haven't watched the news for so long.
But that's good that it hasn't been an issue of just bodies being found,
All the time they were talking about bodies if it was cold when it was freezing down here and the people that did, and most of them was homeless. And that's how you heard about it. We had about 8 people that passed that didn't go into the shelter.
Okay.
Because here they usually make you go to the shelter, but the police try to get you to go to the shelter, but if you say no, they can't make you go here. So.
Okay, that's good. Well, see, under the mayor that we had, he would do involuntary sweeps, and people thought that was inhumane. So the current mayor that we have, he will not do an involuntary removal. If you don't want to go, they're not going to make you. But the
Yeah,
mayor
see,
we had, he would do
see, that's how it
involuntary.
was. That's how it was here. Now, if the police pull up on you and they ask you, they see you, they like some people just don't have no way to the shelter. They'll tell you, I don't have no way to the shelter, and the police will drop them off. But guess what they ask? They're like, do you want to go to the shelter? It's below 30-some degrees here. The temperature's 18, 20 degrees. You want to go to the shelter? They're like, I don't have a way to the shelter, or the shelter will be full. But when they get like that, the shelter cannot say they can't tolerate nobody.
Okay.
That's the only thing is the shelter can't say they full. Oh, we full. Nah, you gotta take this person.
Right.
Get them off the street.
Well, this mayor, he has done heating buses, so they can go to a bus, they can go to the ER in the hospital, and they opened up some hotels to allow them, because it was so cold here. We're finally starting to warm up. But I thought it was like 81 degrees over where you at, no?
Yeah, but it still get cold at night.
Oh, okay. Okay. They was talking about the weather down there, saying that y'all was getting summertime weather.
No, we wouldn't get no summertime weather. It hit 80 like one day. We've been getting like 60s, late like high 60s, low 70s.
Wow, so that's so
like
that's
today,
nice.
like tomorrow it'll be 81.
Wow.
And that's kind of high for February.
Right.
But at night we'll be 62.
Well, wow, that's nice.
Like right now it's 66.
Wow. Okay. Okay. So y'all kind of like Florida.
But we supposed to drop down to 56. But this unusual for us. How we usually be cold.
Okay.
Because it's February. We usually be cold.
Okay. So it's still a little off. It's not regular.
Right, yeah. Right. So Sunday will be 70 Sunday, but it will be 46 at night.
That's great though. That's still great weather. It's like 18 and stuff over here in New York.
But you gotta understand, winter didn't start till December 21st. It's just February. It's not even February the 3rd. Yes, yeah, February the 12th. Yesterday was my daughter's birthday. So we still have a whole nother days of winter, and it's like, oh, forget winter. We're going straight to spring.
Right. Of course. Well, Lefty, give us your last words because we got 2 minutes. Let me know your last words.
Anything that come across this internet, please do your research. Do your own research. Don't believe everything people are telling you. And exercise your rights. Know your rights. Because if you don't know your rights, you will come up missing in the system. Y'all have a good night.
I agree with that. And thank you so much, Lefty, for joining me. So, when it
I was looking for my brother. Where'd he go? I was trying to come on with him.
I think somebody had knocked on his door. He was saying he was going to be back. I think somebody came over. So that works though. At least he came in with me for the first hour, basically. And then I had you for the next one. So that rolled nice. Because I was just frustrated about all these mass killings and stuff. Because a lot of people been going around talking about we got a serial killer on our hands, and that makes me uncomfortable. So when I was talking to people and they want to talk about good from Minnesota and all, I was like, y'all not listening. I'm talking about New York. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna come on live and talk to y'all because y'all will be more on topic than the people. I'm saying you talking about national news. I'm talking about right here in New York. Why y'all don't want to focus on New York? And they was like, oh, but it's about everybody. We gotta care about everybody. I said, you talking about something going on with ICE agents. I'm talking about something domestic. Like it's more domestic with people getting.
And I'm surprised. Well, don't want, like you said, they don't want to let people know that we got a serial killer around New York City, and it's like, oh, we got a serial around New York City. They're gonna mess with the money. Hey, man. We had plans to go on vacation in New York. I ain't going to New York. It's safe.
Right.
You know.
Well, you gotta care about your people too.
Yeah, but you know,
Make
that's
sure
why
you
a lot of stuff. Like I know, like from watching like Criminal Minds shows, and if the FBI and stuff is involved, the only reason they'll let it public if it's getting out of hand.
Okay.
And then they gotta let you know what's going on. But if it's just like the beginning stages, they won't let it know till it become a problem.
So that's what that's great. Lefty gave us his professional expertise, but I just want you guys to do exactly what he said. Do your research. You know, you can check out dismembered bodies in New York. You know, just see what's been the findings of unidentified bodies, and you look into that for yourself, because there's been a lot of bodies and they're not keeping up with the story. So I just want to put you on alert to that as a community alert. And thank you so much, Lefty, for joining me. And I want you to
And one thing I want to say, only you can protect yourself.
Okay.
Not the police. Only you can protect yourself.
Okay, that sounds good.
That's it.
That's it. Okay, guys. So y'all, until we see you again, and happy Black History Month. Thank you, Lefty. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.